What's up, dream losers? We are about to play. I'm just kidding. You guys are losers. I love you. But we are about to continue with Dream Daddy, continue on with Robert's path. So this is where I left off. We're going to message him for date number 2, guys. Hold on to your panties. Grab onto a towel. We're going in. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. Oh my god, a lot of you made a good point. Like, what does Ben Dover even do with his fucking life? Like, the main character of this game. Do you have a job? Did he, like, win the lottery? He's set for life? Like, what's going on with his situation? I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. Oh wait, we're caught up on it. I guess we were. Well, the game just answered my fucking question. Thank you. The house, he must just work from home. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. The smack. I'll bake her favorite pie and teach her some responsibility. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. Throw some cherries into a saucepan to bake the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Aw, man, I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375 degrees, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special little cherry pie. Amanda. Okay. Alright, my special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. This really makes the cherries extra flavorful. Cherries have been so fucking good this year. There's like Rainier's cherries. They're like yellow and red, like sort of gradient looking cherries. They're so fucking good. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? And I want cherries now because my boyfriend ate all the fucking cherries last night. When I went to get some and he's like, oh, I ate those. I was like, what? He's like, there's another bag. I was like, no, you ate the other bag. Almond extract. Oh yes, let's make this pie a little nutty. Oh, it's almond extract, duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in, way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art. Some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. That's what I call my children in the Sims Pregnant Challenge. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's going to be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. And a good smack. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It might motherfucking be pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over the oven and looks inside. Yes, and don't fucking eat all of it like you fucking vacuumed in the cookies. Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Nothing. Fine. You caught me. I'm exposed. I was hoping to butter you up so that you would take me shopping later. Maybe buy me a new tool set. Yeah. Classic role reversal. I respect that. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh? What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Are you talking shit about my pie, Amanda? Because I could talk shit about a lot of things about you. Like your fucking hairdo. Like that fucking bow on you had that you never fucking changed. Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. Amanda, what the fuck do you know about baking pies? You don't know shit. And you're currently right now trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. It's fucking cherries and fucking flaky fucking dough, Amanda. I can't fuck it up. It might look ugly, but it's not fucked up. Oh, shut the fuck up before I give you this smack. Was it an art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? I did it on purpose because I dislike you. Well, it's... No, I'm just kidding. I love you dearly. Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? All right, you know what? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... That's right, shut the fuck up. Smacked. Just eat the pie. Eat the fucking pie. Who bitches about ugly pies? No one does. They just shove it down their fucking throat. I cut us up a few slices and we eat down to keep... What? What did I even say? We sit down to eat. I haven't had my caffeine yet today. I'm drinking it as I do this, so please. Viewers, do you want the smack? The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Ugh. What's wrong? Is it not good?
Oh, no.
Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just... Burn the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. Why she got the stoner eyes? Did you wake and bake, Amanda? They're gone. You're lucky. I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down. Got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we are, as a society, should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. How the hell did my... Wait, why is my sleeve on fire? What open flames are there? Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. I like cats. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check Dad Book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert, huh? Hope he's okay. Turn out the lights and lie down. He's about to leap into my window. Oh no, he's just gonna message me on Dad Book. Hey Ben, hey Ben, hey I'm outside, come outside. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. Walk over to it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. Look out my window and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. Oh my God. Robert, what are you doing here? You caught me in my nightie. I open my door to try and figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey. Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure. Cool, you plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready? Hop in. Do I know you're a good driver, Robert? You're kind of fucking scary and mysterious. I don't know what kind of driver you are. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I mean, I guess if it's an old red pickup truck, the motherfucker's still here. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. Unless he just bought the old red pickup truck because he totaled his other car. You like Tom Waits? Tom Waits is aight, yeah. Only if we're having whiskey and cigarettes. Alright, I feel like you need to drink some fucking liquor and smoke a lot of cigarettes or cigars. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits alright. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. I'm being organ trafficked by Robert. I know it. Oh, God. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does. But there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. Are you okay? I like your car. There's a little, look at a little pineapple sticker. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. A little dino. Oh, Robert, I didn't expect that of you. And a little elephant and a flower. Are you okay? Oh wait, didn't he give us that whole spiel about how you can like just say nothing and it's fine? I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous you're gonna remove my organs and murder me. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. Wow, that's very beautiful, Robert. I'm glad you took me here. I like pretty things like this. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. This is Robert. Shh. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? Hey. This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice, but I have to expose myself to you, Robert. This is actually where I come to masturbate. You can see the whole city from up here. It really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh my god, you got a cock ring? Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh, wait, am I actually being organ trafficked? Because I didn't really want to be. Please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Oh, he's gonna whittle. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sign of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Wait, is whittling? Well, it's whittling, not whittle. Whittle. I tried. I was close. I don't really do things with wood, so it's a miracle I knew anyways. I was so close, you guys. Whittle's a cuter word. Whittle, 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 whittle. I mean, I was technically sort of right. I feel like they sound the same-ish. Oh, I breathe a very audible sign of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No, I thought you were gonna organ traffic me. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Robert, please. Please, this game knows too much. Whatever, I feel like I've made like a few jokes and then instantly they talk about it. And it makes me very uncomfortable, Robert. Laugh. Play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. I did know. I fucking knew. I've been saying it this entire time. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times, that's how I operate. Ha, nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm actually getting, why? Stop, game, stop. I want to see them bring up something else I brought up ever fucking again. Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you, along with your first social security check. Ben, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They are very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. All right, Robert.
Knife that wood.
Oh, shit, we got a mini game? Well, shit. Wow, look. It's a pencil. Good luck writing with that. You made a highly dangerous weapon. Yay! Whoop, bye. Now, popsicle. Tell me about this one. Tongue depressor. I should put that in my first aid kit. Never know when you might need one. Yay! Alright, what's next? Come on. What the fuck? A toothpick? A bubble popper! Not to burst your bubble butt. There aren't any bubbles around here. Well, but a bubble popper. It's not as good as a pussy popper, but it's a bubble popper. What? What's this? It's a vagina egg that's gonna be sold by Gwyneth Paltrow. These are not acceptable answers. Please don't eat that. You made Robert uncomfortable. Alright, is this... Am I still whittling? The fuck is that? Nice form, what's it supposed to be? Self-portrait. Spitting image of you. You made a masterpiece. Alright. No more! Enough's enough of this. Interesting, what do we have here? Chopstick, righty, lefty, ambidextrous. It's a stick. Well, you could look at it that way. I swear to God, if there's... Alright. Oh, I'm getting better. If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time. That's a swan. Nice work. The meanest bird. Okay, I'm starting to enjoy it now, actually. I like naming the things. A unicorn? What dat? What dat is? Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? Big old dog. The spirit of the Mustang. Sir Horsington the Brave. Big old dog. I think you're taking some artistic license here, but I can respect that. It's a dog with a mohawk, alright? It looks like a horse because it wanted to be a horse, but it couldn't be a horse because it's a dog. Don't come at me, Robert, because you don't understand art. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jeez, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off of my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know. Cryptids, like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? The Dover ghost? Who's the Dover ghost? I don't think so, but I'm bend over. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on the weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pit bull. Really intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silence. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life. Right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling, not sure if I can quite describe it. I know someone, something, is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It just looked wrong, big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. He's still joking. Then it disappeared. I hear one yelp from Betsy. I turn around to check on her, but she's gone into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. You're lying. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. I'm the Dover ghost, and I'll howl for you. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Well, that's good timing. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go. Yeah, we should fucking go. Robert and I slowly back away and into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? Oh my god, it's the Dover ghost. It's my fucking ancestors coming for me. The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe this is the second time. I don't know if is the Dover ghost always the Dover ghost, or do they just take whatever the player's last name is? Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Understandable. Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I'm trying to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. I'm glad you told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost. I'm glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window at the blur of the passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but After I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all of the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. Hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison.
Really?
What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, Ling, you know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Good night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. All right, date complete. I better get in as I think I did perfect on that. I really did.
Where'd my
Dover
pants
Ghost. Achievement, knife dad. All right, 2 out of 3. All right, one more. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh, so I decided to take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of a suburban city with a low crime rate and wide walkable sidewalks at night. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game, regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over a shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. I look over into the corner and spot none other than Mary, sitting alone in the corner nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guy, she looks so sad. She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off into middle distance. Say hi. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. So what happens? So just one of you explained this to me. I never got hit on by Mary in my game, but in the last date, he kept alluding to the fact that Mary had hit on him. I hadn't actually done that in my game, so it's just like, it shouldn't really be there. It's just sort of, I guess, a mess up on dialogue. Because, you know, if you don't do it, how could you know Mary hit on you if it didn't happen? I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. Hey, cowboy. You all right? Never better. She hiccups. Guess she's a little far gone. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. Will you walk a gal home? Walk her home. I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach out a hand to help her, but she waves me away. It's still raining. I kind of like walking in the rain. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight. I know you. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. She doesn't, like, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets? Nah. Nah? Ain't her thing. Huh? Damn, look at Ben trying to dig out the drama about Mary. Oh, shit. I would be doing it, too. Fuck it. How does the bartender know he can trust me, though? There are creeper neighbors out there. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street toward the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear that she might hit on me, or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not. I know. Joseph doesn't like it when I... Just sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I've ever mean to you. It's alright. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. What, Mary? Give me all the juicy gossip. Give me it. Give me it. I just want it all over me. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just hold on? What's wrong? How about another drink, old time's sake? Come on, Mary, it's bedtime. Mary looks me up and down, giving me a half smile. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh? Dude, Mary just needed a fucking hug. It's alright.
You got that.
She needed a hug. She's having a rough time. Alright, message. You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. Oh, I'm sure. I'm surer than I ever been. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Like, more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Here we go, Ben. Hey, Ben, guess who's getting their drink on tonight? Oh, shit. He hit me up. Take a look at my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess. It's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes. Meet me at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour warning before hanging out. Amanda pops her head into the hallway, music I don't recognize blaring from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. What would Grandma think? I don't give a fuck anymore. No more smacks, Amanda Ling. You know what? You're an adult now. I give it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. And no more smacks, Amanda. Actually, maybe some in case you really get out of hand. Fuck yeah. I really hope I don't regret this later. Achievement unlocked, let Amanda say. Censored. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you, to us, to toast. To us. Here's to us and all the property damage and petty larceny that we may commit tonight. We clink whiskeys and... Oh, he didn't get any... He didn't get the, eggplant come out of him. Just normal hearts. Crap. Well, whatever. We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So, what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun as if it's abandoned. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where's my phone call? Ditched. Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with a new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What do you got, a court date coming up? He does. He looks handsome. He never convinced the jury. He looks handsome. Then cleans up nicely. Oh shit, fucking hell, I didn't save it. I'm gonna do it to you as well. See if we can, here's to your continued existence. There we go. We got the eggplants now, baby. All right, now let's get through all this because we already saw that.
Ugh.
And then he does. Oh shit, I only got the hearts again. I'm getting it perfect. I don't give a fuck. He'd never convince the jury. He would have had to shave first. Here we go. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce. It's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Ben, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke around about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history's just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night. Probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Ben are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. Let's fucking hit it up. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of the town all the time. Are they looking for the Dover ghost? I've always wanted to do one of those. You know, all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Ben. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Yeah, well, here goes nothing. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. That's just Mary. How dare you say that about her? It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. I'll go with 80s reference. I think he'll like that. Yeah, of course. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our ghost cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way. Hey. They've definitely been here, been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the coffee spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by haunting since he signed the lease, damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say, it's cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. I just change his voice every single time. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, guess we're in this one for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion and we'll have a cool ghost shirts in no time. Yes, I love free t-shirts. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ tour manager. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us, his resume on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for y'all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was widely popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of the Victorian Mistress Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Ms. Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure, and we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell this story? Fuck, I'm saving in case I say the wrong thing. Alright, riff something highbrow, go with something I know, rely on amazingly improv comedy skills. Improv comedy skills. I try to remember something, anything from the improvisational comedy class I took that one semester in college. Yeah, so Dorothy Pembridge. Dorothy Pembridge was writing a lot of books, yes, and I'm gonna need a word from the audience. Oh, okay. We're not going with that because it's stupid. Go with something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo, the Carpathian, has taken an interest in her son, her and her ghost-busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Hey, isn't that the plot too? Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can handle it, they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Give me the t-shirts. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar's haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. Think I could exercise your demons if that's what you're looking for. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Damn, Mary be getting more action than any of us in this game. Fuck. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob as long as I do, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Alright, last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? Yes, the Dover ghost. By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. This is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shusses the tour guide. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a Bible salesman, traveling grifter, carnival barker. Living free and easy with the circus folk. They were always kind to me. Took me in when I was young, but I knew I wanted something more. Happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay, quiet by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated with the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We enjoyed your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing ghost of the wharf man. Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost, man, tell him, Loomis. So, there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of running the dunk tank. I had finally worked my way up from ticket taker to dunk tank technician. I sat on that stand for hours on end and nobody could ever hit the target. Trade secret, it was rigged. We didn't use actual water. Anyway, after a long day of yelling at myself hoarse, I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. George and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. Then I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once was at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor. By God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like, tried to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What'd I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? David McSturgis. Davis McSturgis. Daniel McSturgis. Fuck! Save the motherfucking game. Daniel? I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug-of-war with the unholiest of forces. Thought I was going to be torn in half. But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Should I save? I don't know if he's... Austin? Robert stifles a laugh behind his head. No. We need the good answer. And if thy oblation be a meat offering bacon in a pan, it shall be of the fine flour... Alright, no. Revelations. No. I want the things to come out of him. I mean, the hearts are good, so maybe we'll go with that. There we go. Okay, I didn't read anything, though. I just didn't know if it... Alright, I'll reload and do that one. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground exhausted. We were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar. Followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She's never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. We've been brothers ever since. Tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. Paranormal Excursions of the Supernatural, Ice Road Ghost Truckers, I Saw a Demon, The Shocking True Story of Seeing a Demon, Rose Guide to the Hottest Ghostess. Hottest Ghosts. Yes. Oh no, I didn't save though. I Saw a Demon, The Shocking True Story of Seeing a Demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Oh, he didn't do anything. I didn't think it would be the Ice Road Truckers thing, or Ghost Road Truckers, Ice Road Ghost Truckers. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. Tour guide hands us the coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in ya, Ben. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. The bit about the pocket Bible is aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't? All part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Want to have a drink? Is that even a question? Oh, save. Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins, both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. You know what? I'm keeping the Bobbert. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. It's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh God, it's his pitbull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy, what the hell? Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pitbull. This is pitbull. A pitbull. Pitbull, this is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pitbull. You weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. Just keep a picture of a large pitbull in my wallet in case of emergencies, comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that cannot be legally driven, his place is amazing. There are sleek, modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital. And that's it. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Does she live around here? No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Yeah. Great. Robert puts on Santana. They take a seat at the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against mine. Oh shit, things are heating up, baby. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites slightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses a trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just, wait, it's not that. Robert bites down. I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. Ben, did you ruin the fucking moment? Did Ben just ruin the fucking moment? Come on, man. Like that. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out, tired. Not a big deal. Okay. Push it. You know what? I will save the game. Let's push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Ben. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking. Now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken alone. No, we're gonna ruin the moment. God. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you, I'm sorry, but is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way, and before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Well, patch shit up tomorrow and let's fuck. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then The accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be, the one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to Oh, God. No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just going to fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he wants to hear. Tell him what he needs to hear. Nothing is going to change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts me so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all of your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val's giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me, it's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hugging me back. It's gonna be okay. Place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Damn, didn't get a dick. Just kidding. Well, that's wholesome. I guess I didn't expect anything other than wholesome from this game. Oh, we got a little hot make out, so. An A? You fucking kidding me? Okay, I'm assuming some of the stuff is going to repeat here too, so I might skip a bit. Finally, I have everything set up. Amanda's ready for her party. She's having a graduation party. All the neighbors are invited. So let's see what Robert actually has to say. Okay, we get her a present for when she goes to school. Hey, there's everyone. You don't have any friends, so here's all the dads from the neighborhood. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're going to need some real-life skills out there if you're going to make it in and out on the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink. Right. And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you got to do is... Take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice? You're gonna be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk? Mary turns back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary! Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Who the fuck is this? Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago, and I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? It is, I should have realized it looks like Robert. Spot on, I guess that makes you Ben, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there would be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up, and... Look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a sec? My old man's a real closed book, you know. Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better, a lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Smart. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Ben, alright, boring. We've already seen this. Daisy trots up as she does. Oh, let's see what Craig says if, you did, because the last time I dated him, so. Bro, this is a real rage of taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang out soon, yeah?
Nice.
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats from us. All right, Joseph. Yo. All right, wholesome moment with Amanda. Blah, 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 and then we'll get to Robert. I take a seat next to Robert as the last guests to make their way out of the party. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the stacked table. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val. She physically threatened you? Yeah. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. Trying to work on the vices. I also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. Every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits, but lately it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night has actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Ben. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his. You're special to me, but I have some stuff I need to work on emotionally before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit, figure some things out. Of course, I just got fucking dumped! I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Damn, I get fucking friend zoned in this bitch. Thank you, that means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt ghosts sometime. I would love that. I put my head on his shoulder and we watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon together. Well, I guess that's that. Alright, you guys, have a wonderful day. Oh shit, the Robert picture. Yay! It's gorgeous.